What's up, everybody at home? Welcome again to the second episode of Izinja zeGame. And this is season 4, as you know, guys. I mean, this show wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for your support at home. We really appreciate your support. And also not forgetting that this show wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for MTN FC. Shout out to you, MTN FC, for making it possible for us, inviting these big names. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than this. You know, we always say, we don't call this show just Izinja zeGame for nothing. And it just doesn't get bigger than today. I mean, the man that I'm sitting next to, he's my brother. Mentored me, for the longest of time. One person that I shared a room with for seven seasons at Sundowns. This is a person that I used to watch on TV, and the next thing I'm sharing a room with him, which kind of humbled me a bit. Played about 350 games for Kaizer Chiefs. Spent a decade at Kaizer Chiefs. And I know that he didn't want to leave. We're going to talk about that. What made him leave? What made him go to Sundowns? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend, Mr. Brian Spider Baloyi. What's up, my boy?
Ita. Thanks, man. You know how season 4?
Yeah, season 4.
Jeez, yeah. I've been finally I'm here. I've been begging this guy to come on the show from his first season. So it took 4 seasons for me to come here. But yeah, I love what you do. And I'm just going to have fun.
One of the all-time great, goal scorers in the country. But he says, no, I've got more goals than that. Mm-hmm. So you think, our stats, we're not properly keeping those stats, those records, right?
Maybe. I think today, stats today, it's easy to keep stats today with technology, and with the TV. Matches on TV, you have 20 cameras on the match. Yeah. Almost every match today is televised. So it's not that easy today to miss stats. But I bet during our time, there is a lot of, there's other players that, that used to just keep their own stats, and I was just playing to enjoy myself. I never really cared much about the stats.
You look like it, bro. What? Right. A lot of people I know, they see you. Me personally, I know you as a brother. We've done a lot of stuff together, and I know you're a crazy guy, happy, always fun.
Yeah.
But watching you, after spending time with you for so long, I realized, I've never seen you stressed. You're always a happy person. And when you played as well, it's like you just enjoyed it. You know what I mean? As much as you were serious, but you never kept a straight face. You just had fun in the game. So where does that come from?
I think growing up, coming from Alex and stuff, there's so much stuff that could stress you. There's so much. But for me, I think the biggest thing for me was my happy place was being on the field. And that's how I was able to just enjoy myself. And so I knew, and then I created that space that this is my happy place. And this is what I try and, advise young players coming up that, when you are, life comes with, there's always negative and positive. And I never, it's been a long time since I had, this saying or these words. But growing up, there's people that always like to say this, life is what you make it. Yeah. So you create your own happiness. You create your own space. Earlier on, I was showing you that guy said, I just, discovered
TikTok on YouTube or
on TikTok. Yeah. And that's what I find that a lot of stuff about myself, about my life, I learn from other people. I read. I read. And I
you
watch
read everything, bro. Magazines,
magazines,
like
books.
novels, all those type of crazy.
So,
always in the internet.
Sleep
at 2:00, 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, sleep. So I try and follow positive people that are about positive mindset, positive energy, and I believe that's how, as a person, you're able to thrive. And sports, football. Why do we play football? We play as much as we play to entertain people, but for yourself, is you play to enjoy. So if you're playing and you're not enjoying, and you need to realize that that you're never gonna get that time back. So whatever time that you have, and it's limited, the time that you have on the field, once the time comes that you pull the curtain, you're never gonna go back. And like I said, I follow a lot of people. I read. I've seen people. I had when after I retired, I was 37 when I retired. I had opportunities of clubs that called, that wanted me to to make a comeback, but I refused. And including when Andre was called
Super Sport
was it the Vets? Yeah. There's a time when he was about 43.
Yeah.
And even at that time, they tried with me. I said, nah. Because for me, I always knew that, and like I said, I looked at a lot of people that have had a good career and then they came back and messed it up.
Brian, you're 37. At 37, a goalkeeper, that's where you're considered to be at your best. And now when are you like, I'm done? Like, was it because of what you were going through at Sundowns then? Was it because of the betrayal? Okay, the betrayal. Okay, I gotta be careful how I say this. I gotta be careful how I say this, right?
Yeah.
Is it because of what you went through when you left Chiefs? Was it because of the betrayal that you went through when you were at Sundowns? Were you just tired of the politics that you even forgot that at that age you could still give so much to the game?
Yeah, for me, I think straight after the World Cup 2010, what kept me going in my late 30s was I wanted to play the World Cup, and more especially that we hosted the World Cup.
Yeah.
And at the time I felt I really did have a shot, and I pushed myself. We used to do boxing together. It broke my ribs.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about. I know. We both wanted to be in that World Cup squad.
Yeah. And so I pushed myself. Made the 2009 Confed.
Yeah.
And at the
as
time,
a third choice, though. You were called as a third choice, or like at that point, Kuna was the number one, right?
Yeah.
And then it was who and who second choice. It was somebody else. Who was the other guy?
It was Munib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so you and Munib, there was not sure who was second, who was third.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just put it like that. Okay, sure.
Yeah. And but to make that team as well, I had to fight a lot, and I had to push myself. Including Itu and Munib will tell you how. I mean, we had like a preseason with a squad of like 30 plus that we had to go through to cut down the team. And we had to do a lot of physical training that I used to push them. They wanted to give up, and they were because that was like really like hard training, running.
Yeah.
And I came out of that.
That's a Brazil squad. You went to Brazil with them when they went to Brazil?
No, just that was now that
after.
Preparing for the 2009 Confed.
Yeah.
And so and I remember coming back from that tournament, and I went back to Sundowns. I remember I was one of the fittest players at the time, and I was like I mean, 35, 36 plus at the time. And then the 2010, then the World Cup squad came. I was in there again as a fourth choice, went to camp. But when they had to do their camp now, cutting down, going to Brazil, then I was one of the players that was cut.
Yeah. But how did that make you feel, bro?
Yeah, I felt geez, really, it hurt. A very big, a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And because for me, there's 2 World Cups that I believe I could have been able to make those squads easy.
Which was which
okay, so the 2010, I'll tell you, one of the reasons I know that I didn't make it was because 2009 Confed. I mean, I was one of the senior players in the team.
Yeah.
And with Bafana, when you get to camp, the first things is you start meeting, the players coming together, start talking about bonuses and stuff. Yeah. And you know me.
Yeah. You're always out there for the peeps.
Always out there. And So I was one of the, so I think then going to the next camp and
you think
when they changed the coach and then I think Beto Pereira came in. But I think at the time there was already and a smack on my head that
you talk too much. You think
that one is
troublesome. For real, dog. Like and you just talking for every. You just wanted to. I mean, you come from a team now that took care of you. Like Mr. Motsepe just came into the game, looked after his players. Kaizer Chiefs looked after you. You knew what you guys deserved. I mean, you did deliver on the field. All you just wanted is the administration to kind of like look after you guys. They had to do what they had to do on their side. You were only fighting for that. And now you get like discriminated because of that.
Yeah, but with me, I mean, I think joining Chiefs as a young man I learned a lot from the seniors. And I got to see and understand that what is the job of senior players in the team. So when the time came for me to be a senior player, it was easy for me to adjust, to understand that to be a senior player, these are your duties, to be captain. And as well, and I always understood that to be captain in the team as well is not about wearing the armband as well. And so but it's all good, man.
Getting cut off because now you were vocal about these people. Now you're getting cut. Where are these people that you were speaking for? Now this is where now I always have a problem with. You there talking for Josta. Like why are you not treating Josta well? And now this boss now cuts you because you've got a big mouth. And Josta is just keeping quiet. You losing your job. And now I'm staying in the team, but you losing the job because you're talking for me. Didn't you feel betrayed about that? Like now you spoke for these people, now Bona, suddenly you are being cut off, but Bona, they are in the team. Is that the betrayal that you kind of like felt in the team?
Not really. For me, I think as well, I'm a student of the game and I'm a student of a South Africa that comes from a lot of pain and a lot of politics. As much as one was never an active in politics, but one learns from it, from the just politics and life around us. And so I always say, for me as a footballer, as a person, you are always a reflection of your society. And coming from Alex, there's a lot of stalwarts that come from Alex in terms of politics, in terms of business, football as well. And then I, as well at those times, Madiba was one of my motivation or heroes. And for me, I always understood that when you decide to lead or to stand up for something, you have to be ready or be willing to take the circumstances and whatever circumstances or whatever thing, that you take, whatever comes with, and be it whatever you're trying to fight for, whether you win or lose. And again, sports has taught me that as well, that you win some, you lose some. Yeah. And in life, I've never been the person I always believe that in every situation, and that's why I've always said that there's lessons to learn. And for me, be good or bad, there's no regrets. There's always lessons.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Brian. You don't make the first World Cup, which was like, it's 2002 or
2000. So the one that really hurt for me was 2002.
Yeah.
Because coming from 98, then, at that time, that was when I was at the peak of my, with
your dyed hair and the dreadlocks.
More especially if you look where we were as Chiefs at that time, coming from 2001, we just won the Mandela Cup, just coming short of winning the league. We was always up there. And I've always said this jokingly, that, one day I would love to sit with Brajay and ask him, why did you leave me, for that World Cup? More especially that he was the one, I think for me it's more, this is a man that took me to Burkina Faso and gave me my chance to play in the Nations Cup, and obviously then he was sacked. He didn't take us to the World Cup '98, and then he got a chance to get back again into the national setup, and then he left me. I was like, so at that time, really, to tell you the truth, at that time, I didn't make the team, and was okay. Went on with my life, went on, played. The only time I started thinking about it and reflecting is when I retired.
So that it scarred you, but you didn't
No. So for me, like I said, that's what I'm saying to you. I don't hold grudges. I don't.
I know. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
When something has happened, I know it's happened. You can't change it.
Yeah.
So I knew what was important to me. What was important to me was just focusing on my career, playing, enjoying. Then when I've retired, I have time now to reflect.
Yeah.
So now I have time to reflect and look at, had 20 years as a pro, enjoyed myself, enjoyed the hell out of myself, and had the best times, and had opportunities to go overseas, never happened, including Denmark. When you're in Denmark, I used to like, damn, watch you and be like, geez, and Copenhagen tried and never happened. So when I retired, that's when I started having time to reflect, and I was like, damn, but
why? Why me? Why didn't I make it? Why? Why everybody else but not me? Yeah, it's gonna hit you, Brian. Come on now.
Yeah, no. It was more like, okay, this is a person that I, till today, I'll tell you, when I talk about some of the greatest players that we've seen in South Africa and some of the greatest coaches, you don't get a lot of people that become these three things from coming from football. Jomo Sono, one of the greatest players we've ever had in South Africa. Second, one of the greatest coaches we've ever had. And a good talent sporter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah. Yeah.
And, a coach. And then third, one of the greatest businessmen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people forget that. He's all-rounded.
He's an all-rounder. So he's someone I look up to. He's one of my role models.
Yeah.
Chincha Goluva, one of my role models. Because
Same, yeah.
I always knew that when I stopped football, I would go into business. And those are two people that really inspired me, that this is the path you can go from, being a footballer to going into business.
Oh, yeah.
Those two are people that really
to
inspire.
think about, these are the only two that played and they successfully had their own teams and
besides just looking at them that they had their own clubs, but I look at them as businessmen, as business people, and I look at them as great black business people that just yesterday I was watching the Cook Casey show. We don't sleep. 12. I'm trying to sleep at 12 now. This thing comes up, and I see when Chincha Gulliver was thing when at Wits when they gave him his doctorate.
Oh recently, Shout out to him for that, man.
Yeah, and this is what I always try to remind people, that this man was 26 years old when he started this great giant of an institution, and so the chancellor there and stuff there, they were, again stressing that out, that this man was under 30, and for me, I'm saying, look at it as well, that deep in apartheid, if you think of how the environment was in the 70s,
it's hostile for black people.
And this is one thing again that they said about him, that he was playing in America in the 60s, was hugely successful, played with Baloyi, including Jomo Sono there, and then he decides to come back home. So how the chancellor there was saying is, he could have easily decided to stay in America, including settling there.
Yeah, I mean, he was a good-looking guy, apparently, stylist. Apparently, he was a fashionista. Back in the days, apparently, one of those, he couldn't have came back, but he chose to come back.
Yeah, so exactly, he could have easily chosen to even stay and settle there. But he chose to come back, and when you look at the institution that Kaizer Chiefs is not only that he chose to come back and start a business, but to give back, to his native country or to his people, and he gave them a gift of one of the biggest clubs. So again, yes, it's with everything, it's give and take. Yes, him coming back, doing that as well. Yes, he has benefited hugely from it, but you look at it both ways, that even society has benefited from it. So, yeah.
Your generation, what made you guys take so well? What did the management do for you guys to be so happy and look? I mean, you guys look like you were just having fun. Everything just ticked for you guys. What did the management do for you guys to tick? What is different?
I would say one was lucky to be at Chiefs when the chairman was still very much active in the day-to-day running of the club, when he was, still very healthy, very we benefited from that, from him being, right at the helm of, running the club, and including some of the people that he had around him, the board, including that at the time, I experienced, I was looking the other day when we were in Durban for the Toyota Cup, I was like, geez, I played with maybe 3 or even 4 different generations there, and I was lucky. And I look at, so with that, I experienced some of the people that were part of the founders of the club that were still involved with the club, from just the chairman himself being at the helm.
It's 93, right? That's 93.
Yeah, so here's another thing that I don't understand with people, that I turned pro 91 at 17. I started playing 93 at 19. but people always put that I was at Chiefs from 93. So I'm like, okay. So now I signed. So I was 10 professional at 17. And so that's where
we don't see that happening no more, bruh.
Yeah, so that's where for me I say, okay, so now how many players that have? So for me now, people don't count that the 2 years, that's my first 2 years at Chiefs, because I was with the first team. I was, I was the third choice.
Who was the first, second?
So the first choice was Wade du Plessis, and his second was William Shongwe, and I was the third choice. And Wade du Plessis left 92 after. So 91, the reason I signed for Chiefs actually, it was because of Wade.
Wade du Plessis.
Wade du Plessis had to go and get married, and
okay.
So at that time, Chiefs had only him and William on the books. I was just training with them as a third choice, and so when he had to go get married, so they had to sign me.
As a second choice.
As a second choice. But that happened. He came back. And then I went back to being the third choice.
Still 17 anyway.
Still 17. Then 92, the season that Chiefs won everything, 5 trophies, took everything, and was part of that team. With
what you mean on everything, bro? Like,
everything on the table.
Who was in that team? Was Max Maponyane and them? Was Shane McGregor and them?
My man.
Whoa. Give me that team, bro.
It was Wade du Plessis. It was, you'd get on the right back, it would be, either Trevor Mtimkulu or Matthew Spiri. There would be Gardner or Ntia on the left. In the central defense, it would be, Lucas Radebe. It would be Neil Tovey. It was Howard Freeze. Was Brian Marty. Brian Marty was there. It was and then Grootmanne, he played and coached you at Wits. Then there was Wellington Manyati.
Was solid, bro.
Was solid. One of the best players I've ever seen that for me never got. Unfortunately, maybe it was because of the time at that time.
Yeah. But the hard workers are never
for me,
recognized.
I always tell people that people don't know. I believe one of the players that really made Doc to tick and be what he was. Because I used to hear him literally swearing at Doc on the field.
He's like that.
No, but he used to swear at Doc that he mustn't come back to Mark. I'm here. Yeah, good.
What did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say? We gotta hear this, bro. Come on.
So I used to tell him that things of Mark, but he would tell him, I give you the ball.
Span again.
Use it.
Yeah.
So, and for me, most the rest of my career, that's what a defensive midfield was. So when I would have a defensive midfield in my team, I would see fighting with attacking midfield. I live two. I used to be like,
what?
What are you saying? You don't know Wellington Manyati. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, let me deal with this. There's 2 of them. I'll deal with it. But Manu Kai Paula, make sure you use it.
Then later on, someone that reminded me of that was Ezrom at Sundown.
Ooh.
Remember Godfrey and them?
Ooh, yeah.
He used to do Godfrey and Surprise that
Principiano,
he'll do the dirty job for them. So sometimes this day you find a defensive midfield fighting with. It's all about understanding your duty and understanding your place in the team and your teammates and understanding each other's strengths.
Who else? Then give me your wingers.
Yeah, Jesus. In that 92, then there was there was Doc.
He was playing. He started as a winger, and then when he came as a right winger.
There was Doc there. There was Abel Shongwe. There was Shakes was there. Shakes Kungwani.
Yeah.
But he didn't play much at that time.
Who was the striker?
Jeez, Shane McGregor, Fanny Madida, Absalom Skaratinto.
That's the first generation that you played with.
Albert Bialo.
Whoa. Brian, you were sitting on the bench then?
Yes, my man.
That's the first generation.
So training in those days. So what one of the things that made me have a
It's a strong heart.
Strong and
a strong
that
heart.
In training, so we trained at Josko. So in training on any given day, so the only days that Coach Jeff Butler would stop the fans from coming in and watching would be the day before the match. But every day in training. Josko, the hostel.
Oh yes,
guys from the hostel walked there. On any given day, you'd have 300-400 people watching our training.
Every training.
Yes.
There was no guys, Muti this, Muti that. We don't want people here. The fans were always there watching you guys.
Always watching us train. And if you came there as a trialist, you see those people. A lot of people that came for trials, I'll tell you, that didn't make it because of the crowd, because of say players like Dog, Tsiki later. Because if outside of Shapakashibo, it's gone.
You're done. So, dude, Coach Skohoda, more those grandstands, these people will be packed watching you guys train.
Yeah.
No ways. We only see this internationally, by the way. Only overseas we see it.
Yeah.
We don't see it anywhere in South Africa anymore.
Yeah. So
it's crazy. Your second generation? That's the first generation.
There's those. Yeah, there's a whole lot of other players. I mean, I'll tell you in that team that maybe I just forgot. But those are some of the standout names. And then straight after that season, I don't know what happened. Wade du Plessis decides, no, I want to go back home to Durban.
After getting married. It's the wife talking, the wife took control. They always take control of our lives. Baby, come back home.
So straight after winning everything on offer, then he went, and that's when Potende Shele came in.
Okay.
I think late in that season, Potende came in. He was on trial for a long time. Funny, before Potende, Okpara came to Chiefs on trial.
Before he went to Pirates?
So Okpara came to Chiefs on trial.
He was trialing with Potende at the same time?
No, before Potende.
Before Potende.
So Okpara came to Chiefs on trial.
You still third choice at that point?
He came on trial. And then we saw him at Pirates. But he did come to Chiefs on trial.
No way, is that
Then Potende came. And
who's this guy? Like, how do you guys? Let me talk about. I know the changing room was like those guys. Like I know when you came and they don't know you as a new player, they made you feel that you are nothing. More like you gotta earn that respect type of thing. How was it as a trialist, like coming in, like with that old generation? Like if you had a small boy mentality, were you gonna survive?
No, it was a whole lot of things. But for me, when I look at it, when I look back, we look at things differently. For me, I look at it and I'm like, okay, I understand why some of the things that the older generation would do, and I experienced that even at the reserve side. When I got to Chiefs 1990, George Koch, and now Elka Stadium. So the Chiefs generations of those days, they were taught that when you come to Chiefs, when you come on trial, they have to make you feel first uncomfortable, and they have to see that they're a soldier, they can take you to war. So if you can't take they
can trust you.
If you can't take a bit of, if they shake you up a bit, if you can't take, they know that how you going to take it when there's 90,000, 80,000 people at Ellis Park, if you can't take it from just them here. So they knew that So first would be you come, you're gonna be unsettled. I know some, they go on and talk that I was treated bad. Like, no, it happens everywhere. You go to basketball, you go to America, you go everywhere.
You gotta earn it.
Yes, you got to earn it.
You gotta earn it, yeah.
And earning it. But once people, after then they see, geez, this, we can take him to war. Then they embrace you. So that's all it was. And a lot of things that used to happen. And,
there, bro. Like we were not there.
I remember
yeah.
When especially Grootmanne, as much as you saw him as a serious person, maybe in your time,
yeah, he was.
But he liked to have fun. He was a fun person.
Yeah, I know.
One of the things he liked to do was him, Gardner, Trevor. So when a new player comes, they'll ask you what position you play. And you say maybe midfield, attacking midfield. So they'll ask you, but which position? Say, no. But they say, okay, whose position do you play? And then you say, maybe you have winger, say doctors. Say, you're going to take him out. And then you start saying, no. Say, but then they say, okay, what do you want here?
Straight up.
Yeah. And then you say, no, yeah, I'm going to take him out. Then they tell him.
He's my team.
This guy is going to take your position. Gata was naughty. So, but he would do, even if a player comes, he plays Wellington's position. So they'll ask him, he's a striker. They'll go, no, but whose position you going to take here? He said, no, fine, my dude. But say, you sure? Say, if you say no, say, but okay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So
intimidation all the time.
So they'll play with your, so mind, then you say no, yes. Then when you say yes, then they tell him, he's what was on keep?
How many players did you see surviving that type of tactic? Which one?
There's a lot. Poland survived. Shakes, myself. A lot. Including, back in the day, Chiefs, you had to survive first. So a lot of times back then, if you were in your teens, if Chiefs really wanted you, they'd take you and then throw you onto the reserve side. But the reserve side then was really, really strong.
Yeah, apparently, back in the days, the reserve side used to pick the first team.
Every Tuesday, the reserve side would go to Josko to play a practice match against the first team.
Who was winning there?
We used to kick their ass.
You used to kick the first team's ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I know back in the days.
Including kicking them. So it's mostly they didn't want to play against us. Like,
the young ones,
1991.
Who was in your team when you were 17 at that the Colts team? The Colts
team. Who was there? So most of these players that eventually now became in the 93, 4, 5 now came into the first team. Tsepo Mlatedi, some Caesar Mapala, he played at Vets.
Yeah.
George Shasha, Tsepo Mlatedi.
I know Tsepo Mlatedi.
Joey Mapena.
So they were crazy talented, those boys.
There's a guy who played central defense, was almost your build. Very small, but he was a centre back. What was his surname? Jeez. Jeff Butler loved him. He used to call him Idi Amin. He kicked everything in front of him.
But then he was competing with
competing.
The thing about it, in the first team, then you had Tovi, you had Lucas.
Yeah, so
came at the wrong time.
The reserve side was very competitive. And when we went to play that game, it was serious for us.
You beat those guys most of the time.
And including sometimes kicking them, but we had fun.
Tell me about your first derby, bro. Which year was it?
93. my first derby, as opposed to many people, some, their first derby is a great experience. Mine was a bad one. Lost 2-1 Pirates.
The old FNB.
Old FNB. Considered a silly goal. Gavin Lane had a free kick just next to the center line there. Just played the ball into the box. Hopeless ball for everyone to go.
Yeah.
And so I went in to fight for the ball with my defenders. I think it was Brian Marty, or Bricks. Bumped into, my defender, caught the ball, went out of the hands, went in. And
terrible. So you did
terrible.
The first one was bad for you.
Yeah, but two people that helped me to recover from that was Wellington Manyati and Triple K. Went into the dressing room after the game, head down. I'm crying. I'm looking at all these, legends and stuff, and all these players in front of me. I'm like, I want to cry. I'm scared to cry in front of them, and everyone's trying to, comfort me. I go into the toilet. I start crying.
No ways, right?
Because
you've sat there on the bench. You've seen these guys. They hate losing against Pirates, exactly. Especially.
I start crying.
Brian crying.
I get out of there. So Wellington looks at me. He says, "Welcome to the real world." I say, I go in. I take my towel. I go in the shower. I'm standing there in the shower. I didn't want to get out of the shower. I'm sitting there. I'm crying. He comes up, grabs me by my hand, almost by my throat.
This is Wellington.
He says, "Hey, there's no crying here. Welcome to the real world. This is Kaizer Chiefs. That's what the derby is about. And this is your first one. You're going to play many more.
No way.
No one is doing you a favor. You're playing here because you deserve to be here. You will bounce back. We believe in you. Stop crying."
Ways, bro.
And
and he hardly says. He doesn't say much, eh?
Yeah.
So for him to, to come up. I mean, shout out to him. And from there, from that game, what happened? Did you play the next game or you were benched?
I was benched. Because at that time, I had been playing almost maybe about 14, 15 games. Looking forward to the derby, then it comes. Then I was benched. Then understood that this is football. This is the real world.
You took it like that, Brian?
Yeah.
I'll be broken, man. Like, I'm done. Show my career. You know what I mean? Like, as a youngster, it's going to hit you like that, bro.
Yeah, but in those, that's what I said, in those years that I didn't play until I started playing, I learned so much from the Grootmanne, understanding as well, you're going to play, sometimes you're not going to play. When you're not playing, you don't suck. When you're not playing, you work on yourself. You ask the coach, I want to play. What is it that I must do? For me to play. So I learned all of this from the experience that was around me, and and that's why in my life, even when I didn't play,
it's like you didn't care, bro. You look like
when I didn't play. In the dressing room, I'd be the first one coming in the bus to sing. Be the first one to sing and everything.
If I didn't play, that, my brother. I've never seen you you don't play. Oh, happy. You don't do that. I've never seen you being worried or anything. If I didn't sit a lot on the bench, but when they benched me, I used to be angry. You know what I mean? And I wanted the guy that's playing before me to fail so that I can, you know what I mean? Automatically, as a winner, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
But what is it about you, bro?
So again, on the bench, this is what I learned from these guys, Grootmanne. And that's what used to piss me off most especially when I was at national team, I would be on the bench and I was sitting. Then the guys here, we're watching the game. They're just busy with the conversation, just nonsense. They're busy laughing, playing around. We say, no, fuck off. You know, because for me, I'll say, I learned that when you're sitting on the bench, you don't know when the coach is going to call you to come on. But when the coach puts you on, when you're sitting on the bench, your duty is to look at your position, look at the player that's playing in your position, and look at your opposition, and you look at, okay, when I go on, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, this guy is stopping this one because of this. So you, sitting on the bench is, you should be reading the game, so that when you go on, so a lot of the boys, they would sit on the bench. You'd see, even today, if you watch a lot of them, you watch on the bench, you'd see people just laughing, playing, talking.
Negative, angry.
You know, yes. I'm saying, you're on the bench, don't be angry with. Yes, it's. There's no way you'll be happy not playing. Yes. When I didn't play, I'm angry. But the time that the coach announces the team, I have enough time to be angry at myself, to be angry at him, then angry at myself. But by the time we go on the field, all that nonsense should be out the window. And now I must be thinking about the team. I must be thinking about, as much as I'm on the bench, how am I going to help? Sitting on the bench, I'd be looking, and a lot of times I would read the game, look at people, not my position. I'm looking at, a striker, whoever. When they come out, when you come halftime, I'm able to go and chat to him, tell him, end on. Hey, for me, that's what team's about. That you sit, you read the game, so you get angry with yourself. Depends. If they're telling us the team, some coaches, you remember, they tell you the team the night before. So you have the whole night to be angry at him, angry at yourself. The next morning, get your finger out the butt, man, and go.
Brian, who literally, I know to Alex and whatever. Shout out to Alex. We know the greats, most of the greats. My dad is from there as well, by the way. So,
Gomorrah.
Who saw this talented, player? Were you always a keeper or were you playing as a striker? I know you people don't know that, you got great footwork. You can play as a striker as well. You love playing on the inside. Who saw you? Who saw you go Alex? Which team were you playing for?
Alex, I played for 1, 2, 3. I mean, my first ever team was a team called City Wanderers. And I think at that time we were about maybe 9, 10. And that's when, just before 10, I think that's when the Chappies Little League was starting, that every young boy, the township wanted to play, the under 10, under 12 Chappies Little League. And from City Wanderers, then I joined a club called Longhorn.
This one doesn't look like you guys. Longhorn.
Go Gomorrah. So Gomorrah. So there was, and this Longhorn, Kurishi Mpatlele played for Longhorn. So his uncle owned the club. His uncle worked at there was a restaurant in Sentin called Longhorn.
Oh, okay.
So this man, Bra Isaac, he worked for this restaurant, Longhorn. So he started his club. Longhorn sponsored him with, kids and all of that. And the club was called Longhorn. And so most of the players that played for the club worked as waiters at the restaurant.
Oh, okay, I see what you.
I
see that.
So back in the day, so in Alex, so there was a whole lot. So when he started the club, there was a whole lot of. But so the club already had a first team and the juniors, but in the first team, most of the guys from Alex, so the old man decided, you know what? Let me go home, bring these guys that want to work. that can play.
Yeah.
So I bring them to Jozi. Then I know I can't pay them. Then I give them a job at Longhorn as a waiter, and then they play for my club.
Yeah,
so Kurishi, that's how Kurishi came to Jozi, to Alex.
Who's Kurishi?
Kurishi Mpatlele.
I 1962 players, bro.
The owner Baroka.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, he played football.
Yeah, he was a winger, striker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Also, Kim Tsemantis,
Yeah.
Snap. So, I know this guy.
Sorry, man. So even now, for his company, a lot of the guys that played with him at this club are working for him. Guys from Alex. Yeah, this Bamus Panela now.
Yeah.
And he's,
so he continued what? What
but the ones that work for him now, they work for him in his company, not at the club.
Yeah.
His company, the Africa Meter Reading.
Yeah.
So most of Majita Spananda.
Crazy.
Majita Nadlalalo go Longhorn.
Okay.
Yeah, so from Longhorn, then the cousin, Yabra Isaac.
Yeah.
Used to be a manager at the club. Then they had a fight. But the fight was, so at that time now, there was a lot of us that were like 14, 15, that he felt are good enough to play in the first team.
Okay.
But we were not played in the first team.
Yeah.
So he kept on fighting with him. Then he decided to start his own club called Ajax Mates. And he took all of us. And then we became rivals with that.
That's the Ajax and whatever. Ajax and thing. That's Cape Town.
So we were called Ajax Mates.
Yeah.
And so the whole younger generation that had been coming through the club then went, and we became rivals with another
so now you are promoted, Alex. You are facing the big boys now.
Mover
now, you facing them.
Yeah, so one started playing, like back then, first team football.
At 14. 15.
Like 14.
15. No ways, bro.
And then at that time now, then I was playing at then I started playing at Balfour. So I played Kokasi, and then I played Balfour. Yeah.
Was the majority of the guys from Alex
Balfour Highlands Vets?
Yeah.
Balfour Highlands Vets, Wanderers. Wanderers used to have a good team.
I didn't know.
Shakes is one of the players that played for Wanderers.
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 Serious? Where? But there was a
behind there, where the cricket fields there. Those used to be proper soccer fields there. No, Kamo sighting
the cricket.
No. The site the Discovery.
Yeah.
Five-a-side.
Yeah.
Behind it, there's soccer.
Oh, yes. I see that. I see that. Yeah. So they used to have like a crazy team. Wanderers.
It was one of the best teams, youth teams, in the 80s and around Southern Transvaal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then so then from then on I started Balfour from 14 until I was 16. I was at Balfour. For those 3 years, I was the best player at Balfour.
As a keeper, Brian? What are you? Now you're not talking. As a keeper or as a striker? What were you playing?
So at Balfour now, so now at Balfour I'm playing under 14s. So I'm playing under 14s, but my coach at under 14s likes me as a striker. So I play under 14s as a striker.
Okay.
But I play for the first team. So first team here, Balfour, back then it was called Zulek. I don't know if you remember Zulek.
I didn't know that Zulek had a What? Zulek had a team?
Yeah. So Zulek had a team, but it was nearly first team here, Balfour.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So at 14 now, I was playing Zulek. I was playing keeper.
This guy.
Okay. So for Zulek, I was playing keeper.
Now where this striking thing coming from. Okay.
And then striker under 14s, I was playing striker. Played for, I had provincial colors. 15, same.
What is it? The Southern Transvaal.
Yeah. Under 16.
Well, you're not good, bro.
I was top goal scorer. If people don't believe,
Brian.
If people don't believe, you can go. The archives are there at Balfour. Southern Transvaal archives are still there. I was top goal scorer. Went to under 16s. We went to tournament, Holiday Inn. You remember the Holiday Inn tournament? Yeah, the provincials. I went to
I was
KZN.
clueless about those things.
Yeah, we went to KZN and played the Holiday Inn tournament. Funny, Mark Fish, we were joint top scorers with Mark Fish.
Hold up.
At that tournament.
Mark Fish was a striker.
People that know Fish, people that before he was pro, people that played in those leagues back then, they know. This thing even being called Fish. He was a top goal scorer. He was a top striker.
For which province was he playing for?
Eastern. So he played for Arcadia. And so going to that tournament, we always knew our rival, finals, Southern Transvaal will play Eastern. So we always knew.
So who was in your team, Brian? Like who was in the Southern
Transvaal? So Southern Transvaal, people don't know that, Neil McKenzie, the cricketer.
Apparently.
Neil McKenzie, the South African Proteas. He was a
good player.
Mean soccer player, footballer. Yeah. He played midfield.
Apparently,
I've got pictures.
Jonty Rhodes, you played with Jonty Rhodes as well.
No, man. I've got a team picture at Balfour.
Yeah,
he's there. I'll look for it. I know.
Oh, so he was one of the best Balfour players.
I know my mom says the pictures.
No way,
I'll get
Brian.
the picture. I'll send it to you. You can put it up.
Please send it, bro. As a striker, Brian, like when did you find out that now? When did you choose that you want to be a keeper? Now
so at that time, I was enjoying. No, I was just playing and enjoying football. So I really didn't care much that I'm playing striker, I'm playing keeper, as long as I play.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed diving around. I love diving. But I guess playing for Zoo Lake as well helped me to grow because,
or as
I was playing as a goalkeeper, playing Zoo Lake. And people that know that league back in the day, they'll know how hostile it was.
Was it?
Yeah, when you played away, played Robert Shem Kelly's. When you played, Benoni or Boxbeck.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
it was crazy.
People swearing on the lines and whatever, guns
being pulled out.
It was crazy.
Guns being pulled out.
Those Portuguese families were crazy.
Uniao, you remember Uniao? Uniao Desportivo.
Yeah.
And can you imagine as a 14-year-old, you're playing with these 20-something-year-olds, and you're always driving to the games with them. You get there, they're drinking even before the match. They're drinking beer. You want a beer? No.
Intimidating you guys before.
Yeah. Your teammates come with the beer. You want the beer? I said, no, I don't drink. You get there, you play. Fights break up, and
guns pulled out.
Yeah, so but even on the field, the physical,
it was crazy.
Hella physical. Vets, playing vets as powerful as a.
I remember it was war. Vets and Balfour, vets and Robert Shem
Highlands Park.
Yeah, it was like madness.
Yeah, so that helped me, to shape my character as well. Then going back to Alex at schools, high schools, I started playing. Then at 14, I started now with all of that. Then at school, from like 15, started now playing first team. High school.
At 14, Brian.
15, high school.
Yeah.
Started playing.
Yeah.
And so I started playing first team, and then even in Alex first team, when you're playing Minerva or you're playing Alex High.
Yeah, apparently, which high school were you at? And then I know, and this was crazy as well. And then your best friend was your worst enemy in the PSL. I know Jerry Sikhosana was your best friend, but you guys, every time when you met, when you played against each other, it was crazy. It was war all the time. So that rivalry, a lot of people don't understand that. The rivalry started from high school.
But again, when I came into the first team at Rarokil, I came in when the first team had achieved like the ultimate. So in Gauteng at that time, Transvaal, there was the Godfrey Baloyi tournament. Schools. Before, that
the Kasi tournament. So there was a schools tournament.
Schools one, and all the biggest schools in Gauteng, in Transvaal played. And before 1988, it was always Dalionga or, these schools.
Dog time
Soweto that would win it. In 1988, my school, I wasn't playing. I was, watching. Ralogile came in from nowhere, went on all the way to win it.
Ishapat, the best school, Soweto.
Yeah, went on to win it. Then one came in the next year, in 89. Now you come in with a lot of pressure that, geez, the school has achieved so much.
But now you're a strike. You have to decide that
no,
Kokasi.
In Alex, that's the funny part. That in Alex, no one ever saw me playing as a striker. I never played striker in Alex.
Snap.
Only played striker.
Only played striker.
Kodi Sababs. But because I was not that type of striker, skills and all of this, I just knew. I was a finisher. I was,
control the ball.
So strikers are my
So you were like the wall. They used you as a wall.
And so I came with all of that into that at school. But Kokasi Stadium, I think Stadium's at Kokasi that time, give or take, I'm not sure, but it was something between 5 and 10,000 capacity, that stadium. And on any given Wednesday, when there's high schools playing, it was full to capacity.
That Alex Stadium?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was full to capacity on any given day on a Wednesday.
And that was
it didn't matter which high schools were playing against each other.
So what was it? Was that like, for your school, was that like maybe Tang? Like that was where you beat everybody. No team came out there like, with the win. So every time you played there, you beat everybody.
But for me, that again, something that really helped to shape my character, for me to get used to playing in crowds.
Yeah.
And for me to love playing, for me to love the energy of the crowds. There's one, so let me tell you, in that year when Ralogile won that
Kofi Baloyi tournament, schools tournament,
Dalionga came to Alex to play against the Ralogile.
Who was in the team?
So I was in the B team. So the first team was playing. Dr. Kumalo Love Monna Khutla. There was like Eric September. There was in that.
Apparently they had a strong team.
There was like Chiefs and Cosmos players.
Development in that team. No.
Not development. First team. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because back in the days, I know, like,
remember
21-year-olds back in the days of doing matric.
So remember, it's 88, and Doc 10 Pro, I think 86 or 87.
So they were already playing in a professional
Yes.
They came. Your LX team?
Nobody. No one. Remember, Shakes 10 Pro 90.
Oh.
But in our LX team, there was players that played in the first division. There was a club called Nashua All Stars that played. That even a lot of the players that would retire from pro that came from Alex, so they would play for it.
Yeah.
Like Isaac Chirwa, the guys that used to play for Giant Blackpool played for this club.
Yeah.
But so I want to tell you a story about so 1988. So I see this guy. So they come to play, and we all watching them. I'm like, damn, this is what it looks like to be professional. So these guys, now they go on the field. There's no keeper.
No need to hear this. Okay.
They go on the field, there's no keeper. Damn. And then we're waiting. And these guys, when they came, wherever they played, there would be like 2-3 buses.
Following them,
to come. So behind that goal, like there was so they'd bring anything like maybe 200-300 people with them to come and watch. They're from Soweto.
This is what, 86, 87?
No, 88.
88,
yeah. And then no keeper. We're like, okay, what's happening? Then this guy there's a car that comes in just by the gate there at the stadium. They open the sliding door. IA Super 10. This guy comes out, comes running, and then he somersaults into the crowd. That crowd goes crazy. Imagine the crowd from Soweto. So this guy, his name, they called him Mkhopolo.
Okay. Mkhopolo. Yeah.
So the guy, so I heard, I think he signed for Pirates, but they never played. I think so this guy comes out, Mkhopolo, and he was good. Like, damn. And then immediately after that, couple of months, and at that time, I mean, then Pirates goes into the final, Bob Safe Cup, Bob Safe final.
Hold up, before that, the game that Luonga and Alex.
No, Alex won. That's when. That's when.
What was the final game?
That's when my school won that. That trophy.
So yeah, let's go back to that.
Yeah. And then I see Innocent Mayoyo, Bob Safe final.
You went to the stadium or you watching it
No,
at home?
I watched it on TV. I see Mayoyo, and I think that's when I fell in love with goalkeeping.
Oh snap! Yeah.
See Mayoyo, Ayobayo, diving.
Shapadi
Tumbler.
Yeah.
But again, with that, my other reference point was Isaac Chira, who was Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper. So now when I just came into Chiefs, that's when he had just retired from playing. He had left Chiefs and went to Giant Blackpool. Then from Giant Blackpool, he went to Nashua.
But who sees you and say, we want this boy, go Chiefs, go the calls? Who saw you? Who saw this and gave you that opportunity?
So then at high school, 1990, played a lot of games against Shakes. And at that time, Shakes was already at Chiefs.
Yeah.
Played against him a lot.
Kumane, he was at different high school.
Played a lot against him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm even... yeah. So
may soul rest in peace.
Yeah. So I played a lot of games against, including this thing of penalties and stuff. I started from school, from my club.
So you were always good at like penalties.
In Alex school, So at that time, Shakes was famous for scoring with free kicks.
So he was like that.
And then all of a sudden, yes, this boy, Hakim Mutabi, I'm stopping his free kicks, I'm stopping his penalties. And then, so they only had one keeper go at the reserve side.
Yeah.
So they told him, I'm going to keeper go Alex. They had this guy called Walter.
So they asking what?
Shakes.
Kwan.
Yeah. No. Shakes and Caesar Mapal. They say, hey, there's this boy when we're playing against him at school. Hey, he's good. You must come see him.
No ways, bro.
So we play against them at school. Then they come watch me. And after the game, they tell Shakes to call me. Calls me and say, hey, we want to see you come to Elka Stadium. Yeah,
no ways, bro.
Then I go with Shakes. I go.
What did that do to you? Like, how did that make you feel, bro? Like, that's like, did you know that the scouts are sitting there?
No, didn't have a clue. And like at that time as well, I never, as much as I was enjoying myself, I never thought of
10 professional.
10 professional. Yeah. No.
That's what they say. That's saying, play your game as if it's your last game, or play it as if like you don't know who's watching.
Yeah. And and then
no way. Shout out to Shakes. May his soul rest in peace, bro. We wouldn't know this. I wouldn't know this man if it wasn't for you, bro. Like I know you gone, but in spirit you're with us. Shout out to you. Yeah.
And funny, our moms work for this. They used to work for the same company back then as well. And then I go to Elka. First day, I get there. Brapro, Pamela.
Yeah.
So he coached under 16s. And then Asin Twilling and may his soul rest in peace. And Bra Ryder coached the Colts.
Yes.
So I get there. So now I know I came here for the Colts. So as I get there, Bra Ace is there. Bra Pro is the one who's here. So you see me coming in, the shakes, Caesar. So he calls me. How old are you? Saying 16. Says, no, go there. So he takes me to the under 16s.
How old are you then?
I'm 16.
Yeah. You're a big boy. You've always been a big boy. Yeah.
So I'm 16. Around 1990, around September. End of September, beginning of October. So that's when I got to Chiefs.
Okay.
Under 16s. I know, reserves and stuff.
Yeah.
So then, Chiefs. No, he says, no, under 16. I'm like, no, timer. No, na 16. I go there, under 16s. I stand there, the one. Hey, I don't care me when I get now, the calls to my gym. He's busy there. I see him going, talking to Bra Ace. Then he comes. He says, what do we happen? We are Alex time. I am endleleni la udlula mangaka amatlap. Awekho amatlap enexana uzosiqwalisa la. Ufike Alex uzala athi uzothatha ama chance. Yamazi Walter. Walter athi nathwara. Ari yamazi Walter. Kere hangimazi but time.
Under what age group is it?
No, Walter ke keeper ya the Colts.
Oh yes, the Colts, yeah.
Yeah, so he's the one only, he's the only one.
Yeah.
So he's the keeper there. So now get leader. So we are Mazu Walter. Get no time. Hey, Arikad. Okay, well, time I like Sosa. He's I'm some keeper. Get here. How tata my chance. I was Jimmy second Jimmy. So I got Jimmy fella. But I like 11v11. It's a Tuesday. So never Jimmy Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And imagine if it from Alex, we used to take 3 taxis. So from Alex, Ringa taxi. From Alex here, Josie,
yes.
North. From North, Ringa taxi yang Para.
Yeah.
From Para, yang Rockville.
Oh yes, that makes sense because it was Elka Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So from Para, yang
yeah,
Rockville.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Taxi.
So this is after school. This is after school.
Yeah, after school. Yeah. So the Tuesday, the Thursday, I don't go. But Shakes man camera Caesar Aki.
Why?
I got to under 16.
About under 19.
Under 16.
When you want to play with the big boys.
16. The
Colts.
With the first team, go Zoo Lake. And I go Zoo Lake. Every game that Aglala. The bank, 2 tiger, 5 tiger.
Yes.
So I'm like, nah. Okay. The Friday shakes what that thing. No, the Friday shakes Chala Lady. Hey, demand Bama, okay. Hey. Saturday 6 was a girl, Emma, Batla. Get a high, around 2 hours at like a bon Jimal under 16 array. Barkibuelu and a Tuesday. So the next Tuesday I go back.
This guy.
I go back. Time Lampon. Arha, Ubuil.
Who's this guy again? What's his name?
Bra Pro. Time
Alatok.
Yeah. Arubuil. Time. Arha, Imadap. Unke Misakiliwa. Don't. Unke Mulekiliwa. And Jimmy's and Shappy's and Lotering foot. So Shappy's and Tozering. So Lantongan gets Sayona. So, Wakunama. So, what kit? So, how it so? How you touch? What's also so? So, when's so?
Yeah.
So you come running. When you get to him, since so it's also so. So it's also a pitch. So when so I won, get pitch I won. Second time, atle foot her get tamla. He actually got until like game Kim Shebi. And he went over.
Okay. I gotta hear this.
Then I abitse Twitter mongwe a etso batlo bona kitsa atla a tshuna to her tamla ara ngatsiso zwana wena ara hozala and Davis ga ntotse gore o tla mo ke rata ke rata dive diver. After more, we became best of buddies. Because, like I said, for now, I used to love just the work ethic, just driving, working.
Yeah.
And that as well, I learned from. I mean, we used to go watch Isaac Chiefs when he was, about to leave Chiefs at that time. At the time, dusting for it. So at that time, that's when I started. I mean, after seeing my yo-yo and all of that, falling in love with goalkeeping, and I naked diver.
So then
And at that time, naked try to diver go move ko kasi.
Oh,
Ko
so like on the grass and like the car.
kijwang.
Yeah. So you're like, yeah, whatever. So you've always been an agile type of.
Yeah.
For a big guy, bro, like it doesn't make sense.
Hey, ke robile mpeto. Look at that. Hey, old lady. Naked diver. After moon, when I started love to your diver. Kontlung, my younger brother, it's a polo plastic. A posa like a diver mpeto.
So Brian, so you literally you were destined for this, being one of the best goalkeepers, but you just didn't see it.
Yeah.
When you just wanted to play, we're just having fun and whatever.
Just having fun.
And like just pro Tamala Doctor just giving you that opportunity. Obviously, shout out to Shakes.
Yeah.
Now I understand why you have so much respect for him, because he actually he's the one who pushed. Literally, he's the one that took you out of Kokasi.
Yeah.
And also calling out your name when they wanted the keeper. Otherwise, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't know you. But then when Coach Pro saw you, then Aufita Contrainer, when did they decide? Now they literally gonna sign you now. When did you?
So for Chiefs, so from then from October, I was with the Colts.
The Colts, yeah.
From that October, I used to go there Tuesday, Thursday, 3 caps. For like 4 months, doing that. And we used to play, the games we used to play. I mean, we used to go on a Friday, we'd go to Postmansberg. We used to go to Grootmanne.
So you traveled
go to Pietretif. And we'd go on a Friday, play a tournament on Saturday, Sunday, drive back. So we would drive back, get home at like 4 a.m.
in the morning,
and you're going to school.
To school the next day, and you didn't mind because you did something that you loved.
Yeah. So that went on for those couple of months, and and from then even with the Ntwena, I started playing Walter, and I was sitting on the bench. I was playing.
Yeah.
Little did I know that whilst playing games, going there, but Ace is busy on the chairman's ear. I think I found you a future goalkeeper.